Most investors think more assets mean a stronger company. But here is the truth. One type of asset can warn you months before a company collapses. And today you will learn to spot it. After this video, you will never look at a company the same way again. Welcome back, investors. In the last lesson, we broke down the balance sheet and why it can save you from horrible investment decisions. Today we go deeper into the first and the most misunderstood part of it, assets. And here is what most people never realize. Not all assets are equal. Some build wealth, some look good on paper, but mean nothing. And a few quietly signal a disaster long before the stock price crashes. By the end of this video, you will know exactly how to tell the difference. And this video is part of a complete balance sheet tutorial. You will find the full step-by-step series linked in the description. Assets are split into two buckets. Current assets. These are assets a company can convert into cash within 12 months. Examples: cash, receivables, inventory, short-term investments. The answer: can this company run smoothly today? Non-current assets. These includes machinery, real estate, patents, brand value, long-term investments. The answer: can this company win the long-term game? So remember, current assets keep the company alive. Non-current assets help it grow. Cash is the cleanest asset. No explanation needed. Strong cash means flexibility. A company with cash can invest in opportunities, survive downturns, buy back shares, pay dividends. Warren Buffett calls cash oxygen. You never notice it when it's there, but when it's missing, panic begins. Here is the twist. A company sitting on too much unused cash isn't being strategic, it's being confused. The goal isn't lot of cash. The goal is cash with purpose. Receivables are unpaid customer invoices. And here is the danger. When receivables grow faster than the revenue, it could mean customers are not paying, credit terms are loose, or sales are inflated just to hit the targets. A quick red flag rule. Receivables should not consistently outgrow revenue. If they do, that's not growth. That's hope pretending to be success. Inventory is like food, valuable when fresh, useless when stale. When inventory rises but sales don't, it could signal overproduction, falling demand, or poor planning. And in industries like fashion and electronics, old stock loses value fast. But context matters. Energy, minerals, or steel companies often keep large inventories intentionally because of price fluctuations. So don't judge the number, judge the business model. These are long-term assets, factories, machinery, infrastructure, and they lose value over time. So look at two things. Depreciation, is it realistic or sugar-coated? Second, return on assets. Is the company earning enough from what it owns? If a company keeps investing in machinery, but profit doesn't grow, that's not scaling, that's struggling. These include patents, software, trademarks, and the extra price paid during acquisitions. Goodwill can make a company look bigger on paper, but it's not always real value. Rising goodwill often means one thing: the company is overpaying to buy growth. And eventually, a write-down hits, stock reacts, investors panic. Goodwill reminds us, great companies aren't bought, they are built. Now you see it. Assets aren't just numbers, they are signals. Some signal strength, some whisper warning, some quietly hide the truth until it's too late. If this change how you see a balance sheet, tap like. It tells YouTube that this topic matters, and it tells me to make more like this. Before you go, comment one word: cash, receivables, goodwill. Which one surprised you the most? In the next lesson, we will move to the other side of the balance sheet, liabilities. And you will learn how to tell the difference between a good debt and a dangerous debt. Subscribe and turn on notification so you don't miss it. See you in the next lesson.